Hello there, this is Welsh ASMR 82. Hey, how you doing? And this is another FIFA video. We're going to have a little look at the database again. And in this video, I'm focusing on acceleration as well as pace. So what I've done is I've included all nationalities. I tried, for some reason, on this FIFA Index one, if you put an age, it doesn't seem to do anything at all. It's very frustrating. If I'm doing it wrong, let me know. What I did instead was I did acceleration minimum of 85 and sprint speed minimum of 85 descending. And then I clicked on acceleration first, so unsurprisingly, the fastest player in the world. So he's at number 1. I mean, obviously, overall, he's got 91. But let's have a look at the others. So Alphonso Davies for Bayern, 96 acceleration, and he is currently 84 overall with a potential of 89. But then we get some of the outliers. So people like, they're very brilliant, but only 22-year-old Jeremy Frimpong of the Netherlands, currently playing for Leverkusen, and he is 81. He can play either at right back or wing back or even right midfield. He's very fast overall. 96 and 93 is what he has. And then you've got my compatriot, Dan James. Also, he lived in Swansea, same as me. Obviously, he's only got a 75 overall with a potential of 78. However, he can play right, left, or up front. But his pace stats are obviously fantastic. 96 acceleration, 95 overall sprint speed. So I'd say he's possibly right up there. 96, 90. Yeah, I think sort of overall he's second, probably. So far. Maybe there's someone else with an outlier. Anyway, so Dan James, if you need pace in your team, but not necessarily finishing. He missed another golden chance for Wales on the weekend. Then, yeah, he's your man, because you probably could get him for a lot cheaper as well than some of these players. Then we've got Vinny Jr. Moussa Diaby is next, another Leverkusen player. So they've got lots of pace in their team. The Frenchman, 84 overall, but 95 and 94 is what he's got. Adama Traore on the similar sort of line to Dan James, not a great finisher, lack of potential. Well, no, he had lots of potential, but he just didn't seem to really live up to it. But he's still really pacey and can play anywhere across the front line, 95-95 for Wolves. Then we've got 21-year-old Karim Adeyemi. We saw him light up, practically have burning trails behind him. The pace he went at in the Borussia Dortmund-Chelsea match, the first one. So yeah, he's German, currently 75, but potential 86, and he is very pacey, 95-96 overall. Okay, so next up, Kingsley Coman. Obviously he's very well known, as is Dembele. Rafa less so, but he is 29, so he's not going to get any better than 83. Can play along the right hand side or up front. 94 and 93 are his pace. Then you've got Wellington Sobral, which is a made up person because they haven't got the rights to the Brazilian league. He's also 35, so he's not really worth spending money on. However, 28-year-old Surinamese international Geraldo Becker, who's playing for FC Union, he can play on the right wing or up front, and he's only a 78, so he actually could be quite an achievable early buy for a club if you're not playing as one of the sort of top clubs with a massive financial sort of prowess, or you don't have a massive budget, for example. So yeah, he could be one that he's not going to get any better, but you could use him for his pace now, and I don't think he'd be that expensive. Ismail Assar will improve. He plays for Watford, but 94-94, I think he's already becoming a little bit expensive, but he is playing in the Championship this year, so maybe you can get him for cheap. Louis Openda, the Belgian, who's got lots of room to improve. 76 is going to go to 84. Striker for RC Lens in the French league. 23 years old, so he's got plenty of time to improve. 94, 93 overall. I really like this kid. Jeremy Doku, he's already a full international for Belgium at 20 years old. 94 acceleration, only 89 pace. I said only 89 pace, but compared to some of the others. But he has got lots of trickery in him, and at 20 years old, he's got a lot of room left to improve. So he could be one that you could snap up from Rennes in the French league and still have a couple of quid left over. Okay, then Hertha Berlin's 25-year-old Nigerian Chidera Ejuke. He's a left midfielder. I think he used to play in Russia for Spartak Moscow. No, for CSK Moscow. I'm not sure if it's the same guy. 94, but then 88 overall pace. 75. He's not going to improve that much, but he could be quite cheap for a side like Hertha Berlin. So Jorbe Vertessen, he is who's he playing for? Oh, Union Saint-Gilloise in Belgium. 94 and 93, really good pace. He's only 22. He's not going to improve much more, but enough that he could be purchased for quite a small amount. I wonder if it says on here how much they are. Yeah, it does. 2.8 million euros with only a 1,500 wage. That's an absolute bargain, isn't it? And if we do the same with Louis Openda, 9 million. So yeah, they expect him to be a lot better, but you could get Jorbe for a little cheap price. And then another one, my Welshman, Rabbi Matondo. He too isn't going to improve much more, but will improve a bit. 94 acceleration, 90 pace. And I think you could get it for cheap from Rangers, actually. Yeah, 2.8 million euros, 1,500 wage. And he can play anywhere across the front line, even up front. He could be a good shout. Okay, next up is Igor Madinha, but he's made up, so I'll ignore him. And then we've got Festi Ebosele, and that's Republic of Ireland. He is an Udinese player. I haven't actually come across him. Right midfielder or right wing back, 94 acceleration, 89 pace, but 20 years old, so he could improve quite a lot. And at 66, I wouldn't imagine he's very expensive at the moment. Yeah, less than €1 million. That's a bit of a bargain, isn't it? Okay, next up, Christian Conte. He plays for Dresden, which I think are in one of the lower divisions in Germany. But look at that, 94 acceleration, 93 overall pace. Can play right across the front line. Only 65 at the moment, but potential of 74, which 74 would take him into this region here. Let's have a quick look. How much does this guy cost then? I bet he's going to be pennies. Yeah, 850,000. That's worth a punt, I think. And then we've got Timo Werner, Iñaki Williams, Leonardo Spinazzola, I love him. Leon Bailey, we know all these names. Manuel Azzari, he plays for Lazio. 29 though, so he's not going to improve that much. Sebastian Villa, he's 26. He's a Colombian who plays for Boca Juniors in the Argentinian league. I wonder what his overall. Oh, crikey. 15.5 million. Good luck with that. He's not a cheap option, is he? And he's not even going to improve that much. Interesting. And then we got a Pole, Przemysław Frankowski. He plays for Lens as well, who seem to be quite a pacey team. 93, 92. He's 27, so he's not going to improve that much. But in terms of price, 10 million though, no. Now see, that would be a bad investment in my opinion, because He's not going to improve. He's 27. He's only going to get slower. So unless you need someone right now, but then why would you pay 10 million for a player who's going to get worse over the next 2 years? And then Noah Okafor, who currently plays for Salzburg in the Austrian League, 93-93. He's only 22. He's got loads of room to improve. 76, currently 83 potential up front, attacking midfielder or out on the left. And he's going to set you back 9 million. But it could be worth it because of his potential. You could get him for cheap and then sell him for double later on in your career mode. Okay, we'll do a couple more. Let's have a look then. Uriel Antuna. He's 25. He's actually a free agent though. So I wonder, does it say his value? No, it doesn't, because he's a free agent. It'd be interesting to see how much he would come to if he were being sold. He could be worth picking up. It's difficult though with the free transfers because the best ones usually get picked up on day one of the career mode if you forget about it, but you could see why he's gone and maybe see if he's worth an investment. 93, 92 is quite good. And Kudu, 28-year-old though, this is a bit better investment. Ira Saw, right midfield or up front, 93, 92, plays for Genk in the Belgian league. Nigerian, currently on 74, but he will get to an 82, which is pretty impressive. Or should get to an 82. And he's only 5 million. Now that's a bit more interesting, isn't it? Who else we got here? So Bright Osai Samuel, 25-year-old. Not much improvement left in him. Fenerbahce player, but he's 95 overall pace, so he's right up there with Dan James. Giriano Kirk, who plays for Antwerp, again in Belgium. Belgium seems to be a good league for quick players. There's another one coming up for Club Brugge next. He's 27 though, so I don't think he's that good an investment, the Dutchman. However, the Canadian, Tajon Buchanan, he does have room to improve. He could get up to 79. I really like him in real life, actually. He's great. How much would he be then? 3.5 million. That is a good shout. He's very versatile, can play on either wing. Yeah, I would probably go for that myself. And then you've got 26-year-old Amar Ndeye. I wouldn't go for him probably. Fashion Sakala for Rangers. 93 and 89. No, he's not got much room. Gerrit Holtman, Filipino, who plays for Bochum. Yeah, Bochum. 93, 95. Who's really pacey, but overall he's lacking, so it probably means that you get to look goal and miss. What's his stats like? Shooting, finishing 62. No, he's a bit of a dodgy one. But he's only 2.5 million though, so if you were sort of playing as a championship team, he could be a quick buy for you, for someone with a lot of pace, couldn't he? Okay. Next we've got Martin Boyle, but he's 29. Kevin Schade, who's got lots of room to improve, 21-year-old. Brentford, currently 70, but potential of 83. And 93, 94. How much would Brentford try and get for him? 1.8 million. Oh, that is a good shout, I think. Alex Bangura, Sierra Leone, plays for Cambuur, I think it is. Yeah, Cambuur in the Dutch league. He's got room to improve. He's got 7 to improve. Left back, 93, 94. He could be a good shout. Is it cheap? 1.5 million, yeah. What's his defensive stats like? 63, 65, not great. Brandon Manu, 25-year-old. Not much room to improve though. And then we've got a Colombian who plays in Colombia for Nacional, Atlético Nacional. Left back, 93, 91. And Dortmund 2. There. Justin Njima, up front or left wing, 93, 92 already, 22 years old. Plenty of room to improve. Let's see how much he is. Oh, less than $1 million. Oh, that's nice. That's a tempting one. And then let's do a couple more. Conte is 26, Ambry is 25, List is 25, plays for Stevenage. Oh, he's probably got really bad stats. Matt Hatch for Perth Glory. 22-year-old can improve, but not by, not to a good overall level. And then you've got some big stars then, Tio Hernandez, Luis Diaz. Adrian Zonta plays for Bragantino. Oh, in Brazil he's made up. Irving Lozano of Napoli, obviously. Luis Sinisterra. He could be a good shout. 92, but only 87 overall pace. And then, who else? I'm just going to ignore the ones. Noni Madueke, Chelsea, 21-year-old, currently on 77, could make it to 86. And he's 92 pace, acceleration, 89 pace. Okay, lastly, Nico Williams, not the Welshman but the Spaniard, 92, he's only 20, he could improve by 10, but I think he's going to be expensive. I'm thinking 10 to 15 million. 8. Wow. I wonder if that's gone up in the mid-season, because he's playing first team football now. He wasn't at the beginning of the season. He's having a breakthrough season, so I wonder if they updated that. Okay, well, I hope you enjoyed the video, and tell me who you recommend as a pacey option, particularly if it's a cheap option, or is there one of the more expensive options that just every single time you have to buy that player? Let me know in the comment section. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to like it, and if you're new to the channel, hi, press subscribe and you'll not miss any videos like this in the future. Also, if you'd like me to do a deep dive into the FIFA database for a particular stat, like, I don't know, heading, or you want me to look at a certain country's youth talents, let me know in the comments and I will intend to do it really soon. Okay, I hope that helped you in your next save, and take it easy, and I'll see you again soon. Thank you so much. Bye bye bye.